Good win. Let's keep it going. Gotta love H-Town. This city shows a hoop of love.
Fans live for games like this one.
So I figure you saw that tweet.
Yes.
There he is, the man, the myth, the legend.
Welcome, everyone, to the NBA on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here, and I'm joined by Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. Already it's February. Hard to believe. Let's see how the West is matching up. Take a look at the Warriors. They've had a great season, and will look to extend that into the playoffs. And, of course, the Rockets. Not really any threat right now, as their record showing a lot more losses. And we know the second night, Greg, of a back-to-back can be rough.
And the NBA has put in work trying to minimize these, but sometimes it's unavoidable. And if you have a long bench, this is when you lean into it.
And talk about competitive spirit. MP has come out and, in essence, dedicated this season to winning his own matchups.
Well, when you make a declaration the way MP did, you wonder how your team will react. Because sometimes a goal helps inspire everyone, but it can also serve as a distraction. In this case, it's the former. And MP has been locking his man down, and this team has been playing well.
And now the Golden State Warriors starters. In the backcourt, we'll see Curry and Podziemski. Jimmy Butler is out there with MP, and it's Payton in at the small forward. And here are the Rockets. It's a three-point game. 16 feet away, and good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
You know, with his quickness, he's already good at creating separation for his shot, and we know he doesn't need much room to get his shot off either.
Curry way outside. Again, Curry missing. Curry's gone 1 of 3 on the night. Green inside. He's defended by Podziemski. Thompson against Butler. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
We see this night in and night out. Thompson uses his size and elevation to make tough shots in the paint.
And Clark watching Amen Thompson. He is just a different kind of athlete.
He sure is, boy. Special as an athlete. And we've got some of the greatest athletes in the world across the NBA. He's smooth, he's explosive, he's fluid, well coordinated. Seems like he just kind of floats in the air. It's special to watch him do his thing.
Thompson against Payton. Rockets with the rebound.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
Inside, here's Green, and Green slams it in.
Launching off the ground and throwing it down with ease. Boy, can Green get up.
The Warriors have gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. MP passes to Curry. Back to MP. Out to Payton. 6 to shoot. Golden State moving the ball around. And Stephen Curry gets the 3. Curry's got 6.
It doesn't matter if it's off the bounce or off the catch. Curry never loses rhythm on his jump shot.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thanks very much. MP in the last game against the Mavericks played some quality basketball. He ended up with 8 points, and as always, he was aggressive on the glass, outworking everybody else on the floor. He was certainly effective, doing a little bit of everything for his squad. Kevin, they have to appreciate that kind of effort.
All right, David, thanks. The aggressiveness, Greg, he showed the other night. We'll see if he can match that intensity here.
I'm a believer. I think he can produce at the same level tonight.
You know, I'm curious, guys, to see whether the defense plays him straight up, plays him honestly, or do they deny him, trap him, whatever they can do to force the ball out of his hands. We'll see.
Şengün with a wide-open look. Good, and Van Vliet gets the assist. Şengün's got his second bucket of the game to go. And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. Houston with a big group substitution here. Smith checked in for Thompson. Tari Eason comes in for Brooks. Cam Whitmore, he's checked in for Jalen Green. And Aaron Holiday's subbed in for Fred Van Vliet. Then for the Warriors, Green, he's checked in for Jimmy Butler. Jonathan Kuminga comes in for Peyton. And it's Moses Moody in for Brandon Pajemski.
Nice work that time by Draymond to draw the foul while in the act of shooting there.
And Clark, the Rockets, just one of a handful of franchises to win back-to-back NBA titles.
Can you believe that, Kevin? It was roughly 30 years ago that the Rockets did that, led by Hakeem Olajuwon, perhaps the best player in the league at that time. Of course, this was while Michael Jordan was retired from the NBA the first time.
MP deciding where to go with it. Here's Curry, and it's all evened up. Curry's got 10 points.
You know, so far he's been dominant this period, making the most of his opportunity.
Outside Holiday. Pass to Şengün. A jump hook, and it's Houston with another.
Inside the paint, Şengün is a force to be reckoned with.
Golden State's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. MP kicks to Curry. MP sets the screen for Curry. And there are the Warriors now with another bucket.
And he's 5 of 7, finding a nice rhythm offensively.
Outside Holiday. Whitmore sets a screen for Holiday. Pass to Şengün. It doesn't go for him. And so the first quarter comes to a close. Both teams scoring well, but it's all tied up. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And when you consider how the Rockets are doing, guys, what do you think?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
Whitmore is out there with Green. Then it's Tari Eason. And it's Smith. And it's Adams in at the 5 spot. That's the 5 for Houston right now.
This is how competitive Curry is. He's got a great competitive spirit. You drain a 3 on him, guess what? He's looking to come right back at you.
Green, the pass to Eason. And the rejection by MP. And as it goes out of bounds, Houston able to keep the ball. And some changes here for the Warriors. Jimmy Butler, he's checked in for Draymond Green. And it's Brandon Pajemski in for Curry. Pass to Eason. There's Green with the 3. And it's MP with the rebound.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
The kick outside to Butler. And it's Houston on the break. And Whitmore throws it down.
Oh, man, when Cam Whitmore throws it down, you feel bad for the rim.
MP dishes to Butler. MP passes to Moody. Comes up empty down low. Houston's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. The offensive rebound from deep. Green. He can't get that one. Last outing for Houston, it was a loss to Phoenix. The league is attempting, Clark, to minimize flopping. Do you like the technical foul assessment for just that act?
Yeah, I do. I really do, because that way you can get it out of the game. These guys are as big, as strong as any athletes in the world. They shouldn't be falling down as much as they do trying to draw a foul.
And he drops in the layup off the glass. Green's got the lead up to 4 now for the Rockets.
Green doing work inside. Feels like he can score on just about anybody.
Now Pajemski. Last game we saw him score 13. MP kicks to Butler. Jacks up a 3. A nice shot by Moody. Moody's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Butler draws the attention, then kicks to a teammate. Perfection.
Smith sets the pick for Green. And the rejection by MP. Took the opportunity when he saw it. And the Rockets lead by 4.
And they've done a great job knocking down those long-range shots here in the second, shooting just over 40% from downtown.
Pass to Pajemski. MP with a screen on Green. What a move, MP.
MP with the hustle and finish, doing work on the board.
And timeout is called by Ime Udoka. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. Houston with a big group substitution here. Şengün's checked in for Steven Adams. Amen Thompson comes in for Jabari Smith. Dylan Brooks, he's checked in for Cam Whitmore. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Green. Here's Şengün. And the rejection by MP. And the ball goes out of bounds. Pass touch by MP. Stephen Curry's checked in for the Warriors. And there's a minute 45 left in the first half. Here's Şengün. It's rebounded by Golden State. They come into this one following the loss to the Mavericks.
Yeah, on the road, you're already a little out of your element. Then the misses from the line become contagious.
And, you know, one of the things about missing free throws is not only are you not getting points yourself, but it allows the other team to maintain momentum or keep a rally going.
On the wing, Thompson. VanVleet sets the pick for Thompson. Shot clock at 6. Back to VanVleet. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson.
They are shooting nearly 50% from beyond the arc, and their confidence is growing.
Warriors trail by 3. There's the pick. MP passes to Curry. There's 45 seconds left here in the second. MP left side. Fires for 3. Thompson with the rebound.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Yeah, tit for tat on the glass. Just one more aspect of what's been a very closely contested ball game here.
Curry dishes to MP. Back to Curry. Puts up a 3. Steph, perfection from the arc.
And that makes it 2 3-pointers in the quarter so far and 4 for the game.
Pass to Brooks. Trying to find Şengün. He gets it to him. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Good if it goes. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And the first half comes to a close in a tie game. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Toyota Center.
Well, it doesn't get much better than this, fellas.
Are you joking? Could be much better. We had something other than veggies and hummus at the craft service.
And we now take a look at the Houston Rockets and the close first half they've played.
This is some retro hoops, pounding the ball in.
Thanks for spending half.
Into that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Curry has been sensational.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of him.
And Golden State looking at who they've got. In the backcourt, we'll see Curry and Podziemski. Gary Payton II is out there with Butler. And it's MP in at the center position. And so it's Golden State with it, trailing by 2. Curry with the bucket.
Huge night for Curry in a great rhythm thus far. That's always bad news for the team he's facing.
Van Vliet with the bounce pass. Pass to Thompson. This one for 3. Podziemski grabs the board.
You can't miss those, but even the best do on occasion.
MP kicks to Curry. MP sets the screen for Curry. Back to MP. Just 5 on the clock. To the inside. And stolen by Şengün. Here's Green. Good defense by MP.
Well, you know, stopping him is never easy to do, but the defense was strong there.
Clark, looking at the growth and skill set of Şengün, he could be special.
I agree 100%, partner. He's got an instinct for the game that you just can't teach. The passing, the ball fakes, the pace at which he plays, it's all there. Feels like he could have the same kind of development trajectory as Jokic. We'll see.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Alperen Şengün is a weapon on the block. Coach Ime Udoka said there are not a ton of true low-post threats in the NBA nowadays. Joel Embiid, Jokic, I don't know how many others there are anymore. Alpie's had success against pretty much everybody that's guarded him. Kevin, his footwork is indeed high level.
DA, totally agree. Great footwork. Moves on moves, I've always said. Curry, good, and it's MP picking up the assist. MP's got 6 assists in the game. For Houston, they've gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Pass to Şengün. They double-team Şengün. Takes a 3. It's in and good for his 6th field goal in 10 attempts.
Well, he's been a rock of offensive support so far, and when they've needed a basket, they've turned to him.
And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. He's made...
Substitution on the court.
Warriors leading by 12. At the guard positions, Van Vliet and Green. Alperen Şengün out there with Thompson. And it's Brooks in at the 3, the small forward. That's the 5 for Houston right now. MP with a screen on Green. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
Guys, the D hasn't had an answer for the three-point shooting, which is why they continue to just fire away from deep.
And the thing I've seen that I've really been impressed by is they've gotten everybody involved. Unselfishly making that extra pass, getting that ball to the right guy at the right time for the good shot.
Rockets trail by 14. Here's Van Vliet. Şengün with the screen for Van Vliet. They get it back.
Two minutes remaining in the game.
Pass to Brooks. Here's Green. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. Green's got 4 points this quarter.
Sometimes Green just makes it look so easy.
MP with it. Picked up by Thompson. MP passes to Curry. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there. We've seen the NBA feature several overseas games, Greg, the last couple years. Always growing the sport, aren't they?
And I know the fans love it. And nothing quite like seeing an NBA game in person and expanding that opportunity. Always a plus.
Payton, he's checked in for Green. Şengün against MP. Curry passes to MP. Back to Curry. Golden State moving it around. And the dunk by MP.
I like how MP did not settle for the lay-in. He left no room when he threw it down.
Here's Van Vliet. And the rejection by MP. Beaton passes to MP. Outside for Curry. Pass to MP. Knocks it loose. Greg, a lot of parity around the NBA. Do you think fans like that?
It's a great question, Kevin. And there are trade-offs, but as a league, you've got to foster competition and live with the results. And the reality is, doesn't it feel better when there are more teams that have a legitimate chance to win it all?
Outside, Green. Pass to Şengün. Back to Green. And he finishes nicely on the layup. And so it's Golden State with it. Payton with a screen on Şengün. MP dishes to Curry. Shoots over Van Vliet. The shot by Curry, no good. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a run.
We appreciate everyone for coming out and
Way to bring the effort tonight.
They talk the talk.
Yo, crazy game, MP.
Is the man, the myth, the legend. Hey, how's it going, MP?
Greetings, everyone. Welcome to 2K. And a look at the stats for Cole Anthony.
And a stat to focus on is his steal total over the last 5 games. He's been working on his defense, trying to be a disruptor, and it's made them a lot better on D.
All right, checking out Golden State's opening lineup. Curry and Pods make up the backcourt. MP is out there with Jimmy Butler. And it's Moody in at the 3 spot. And for the Magic, it's Suggs and Anthony at the 1 and the 2. Banchero and Carter Jr. make up the front court. And it's De Silva in at the 3. And a storyline for MP over this stretch of the season. He's trying to outperform against his matchup each time out. We know that when MP executes that, it can be a pivotal aspect of the team's success.
And the NBA is really a game of matchups. Winning yours, and MP's been doing just that. Facing off with similar level players, if you can win those little battles, it's big when it comes to winning games.
Well, Grant, when you take a look at this matchup, both these teams feature an impressive backcourt.
No question, BA. And I get the sense that bragging rights are on the line here. Everything you can do, I can do better. Expect some exciting back-and-forth action in this one.
Well, watch Carter Jr.'s control. He sets a solid screen and then shifts right to his spot.
Butler, a screen on Carter. MP finds Curry. Here's the three. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Suggs, the pass to Banchero. Carter inside. MP's there. Misses from short range.
It's one thing to prevent the layup. It's another to do it without fouling. Just terrific defense.
And he's going for the lob. And it's Butler with the jam.
Great delivery on the pick and roll. MP with a good sense of timing.
For Orlando, they've gone 1 for 3 so far. Well, Stan, you coached against some really tough players in your day. Where does Jimmy Butler stand right now? What makes him Jimmy Butler?
Well, I think, Brian, he's just a great competitor. He wants to take on the biggest challenges when he's on the defensive end, and on offense, he is willing to attack anyone.
Now here's Pajemski. He played a great game against Charlotte. MP, the pass to Butler. Back to MP. The kick out, Curry. This one for three. Rebounded by Suggs. Here's Orlando. Trailing by 5. Victory eluded them the last time they faced the Warriors.
It's always hard to get a win on the road, especially when you show zero energy on the defensive end.
Yeah, when you have a defensive showing this poor, it's normally due to an overall lack of effort.
Curry. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it. It's good. Curry's got 5 points.
Yes, selfless stuff on that dish from MP.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Hornets had a difficult game. He only had a few points and was aggressive on the glass, grabbing 8 rebounds. He didn't shoot the ball particularly well, something he's trying to forget as he focuses on the task at hand. Guys?
Yeah, thanks for that report, Allie. He looked pretty frustrated with his performance.
It would have been much easier for him to take if they had somehow managed to win. But the disappointment really hits home when you struggle like he did, and it leads to a loss.
Yeah, and I expect them to go to him early, try to get his confidence back.
Now here's Suggs. Right now he's contributing about 15.5 points a game. Suggs against MP. Pass to Curry. All sorts of time. Cash. It's MP picking up the assist. MP's got his 4th assist in this one. And here in the first quarter, a little over 3.5 minutes played. The kick out to Banchero. Carter with it. And that makes him 3 for 4. He's looking good. Curry with it. 7 points in the game. Right side Moody. Outside Pajemski. Curry passes to MP. Back to Curry. Plenty of space. That won't go either for Curry.
Those are precisely the looks this team is trying to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots.
Ooh, too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. Well, after a decade of uncertainty, Magic fans now have a lot to cheer about.
This is the most optimism they've had around the team since the Dwight Howard era. And it centers around their young star, Paolo Banchero. He is going to be a force for a very long time.
Green's checked in for the Warriors. Kuminga comes in for Moody. Oh, MP with a block.
Strong defense. MP just understands when he should try to go after the block.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by MP.
Well, that's an unforced error. If you want to drive your coach crazy, that's the way to do it.
Houston, he's checked in for Suggs. Wagner outside. And the foul called on MP. That'll be his second foul of the game. And so Jamal Mosley calls for the timeout. He wants to review the game plan. We know non-shooting big men can clog the paint, but if they know where to move off the ball, that certainly helps.
Yeah, you know, big men who know those circle actions, like flashing to the open spot when their man gives help, they often end up with easy looks inside.
And it's Butler with the jam.
Yeah, and Butler working as the screener that time. You have to appreciate his versatility.
Magic trail by 5. Wendell Carter is out there with Mo Wagner. Then it's Paolo Banchero. Then it's Corey Joseph. And it's Black in at point guard. That's who's out there for Orlando.
Well, playing his role to perfection. Using his size to control the glass for his team.
Pass to MP. Outside Pajemski. From deep. Cash. It's MP picking up the assist. MP's got 6 assists here tonight. Orlando's got 4 of 7 threes to go so far in this game. Here's Banchero. Here's Joseph. Let's go with a 3. The rebound by MP. And now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter here. Pass to Pajemski. Screen by MP. And Peyton, here we go. Again, the Warriors score.
And they're building up steam, getting out in front and trying not to look back.
Well, look, we've seen that no lead is safe these days. You got to keep scoring and extending that margin.
Now here's Wagner, coming off a 22-point game against Cleveland.
Yeah, and look, he came up huge defensively, grabbing 4 steals during the game.
And the three-pointer goes. Carter's got 9 points.
Well, offensively, Carter Jr. brings so much value with his ability to space the floor.
Butler finds MP. Oh, and the dunk by MP.
And taking a look at this first half, they've just shown better shot selection.
Yeah, they've done a better job executing offensively, moving the ball and creating high percentage looks.
Orlando with the ball. The Warriors getting their last shot to go. Back to Carter. Hey, from beyond the arc. It's rebounded by Golden State. MP's got 4 rebounds now. It's Pajemski on the wing. He's averaging more than 12 a game. A consistent threat on offense.
Another miss. He is struggling for the quarter.
Here's Joseph. Wagner outside. Here's Carter. Pass to Black from outside the arc. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Hayden passes to Butler. Nice D from Wagner.
Not really what we expected. You know he wants that one back.
Here's Joseph. There's the 3. And that's not going to go. And so it's the Golden State Warriors with a 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. And it's mostly due to their superb shooting. They've wasted very few possessions. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this.
This is the kind of domination I know you were all about in your day, big fella.
And still am. Nothing has changed there. I just dominate.
And now let's talk about our featured game. It was a solid first half for the Golden State Warriors.
They're moving well on offense.
And that is going to do it.
And if you're just joining in, 1 half is in the books. 1 half to go. Man, it's been quite a game for Stephen Curry.
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room because you're right. He's the problem right now.
Kicking off the second half. Here's Steve Kerr's 5. Curry and Pods make up the backcourt. Moses Moody out there with Butler. And it's MP in at the center position. Sinks the tray.
One of the deadliest shooters in league history. Curry's range knows no bounds. Simply incredible.
Pass to Carter. He puts up a 3. Good. 5 for 9 shooting so far.
Yeah, well, passing it inside out is always a good idea. You can usually get your teammate a clean look.
A chance here to catch up with Allie.
Well, Paolo Banchero grew up in Seattle playing pros every summer, and that gave him a huge leg up in the NBA. He said, quote, they'd always tell me it's not as hard as you think. You just have to be focused and locked in. That's what led to me having that demeanor. Brian?
The 2023 Rookie of the Year, Allie. He hit the ground running. The 3 dropped in by Jimmy Butler.
Yeah, that's good awareness of the shot clock situation. Jimmy calmly gets one off before time expires.
And, Coach, when we get to the playoffs, Jimmy Butler plays his best basketball.
Well, Brian, look, it's tangible. You see his numbers go up in the postseason. Butler's been the #1 option on multiple finals teams. That puts him in rare company.
Now here's Suggs. Clock at 6. Over to the left wing. The 3 from Banchero. And it's MP with a rebound. MP's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
Since halftime, they've missed 3 of their first 4 shots. Still trying to get their legs under them.
And Suggs has got the ball here for the Orlando Magic. A 12-point game. They'll be hosting Toronto for their next one. Suggs with it. Butler covering. The 3 from Banchero. Nails it from 3. Banchero's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
You know, I know some would like to see Banchero increase his shooting range, especially since he doesn't have a solid shot from behind the arc.
And Steve Kerr calls to make sure everybody's on the same page. And a chance to see the latest edition of the Power Rankings. Always fun to see where... Isaac for 3. Nails it from beyond the arc.
Nice execution off the inbounds. They caught the defense napping on the perimeter.
Done for the Golden State. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And he definitely deserves the award. Reading the defense like a point guard.
Well, his height gives him the ability to see the floor, and he makes a quick decision and a great pass.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. They've got Jonathan Isaac. Wagner is out there with Goga Batadze. And it's Black in at the point guard position. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Magic. Isaac for 3. The rebound by Payton. The Warriors lead by 8. MP, the pass to Curry. And here's MP. Pass to Curry. Shot is up. And it's Orlando with a rebound.
Well, the defense just dared him to take that one. Poor execution on their part, but they got lucky.
Here's Houston. Here's Black. No good on the triple. Golden State has gone 7 of 15 from distance in this game. MP, the pass to Curry. Wing shot on the way, and he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Curry's got 22.
Well, guys, I'm happy I'm not guarding Steph right now. On nights like tonight, Curry can do no wrong.
Here's Black. He's covered by Curry. Marked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call.
When you're trying to cut into a lead, you can't afford that kind of mistake.
Yeah, that's just a lack of focus. Plays like that can really frustrate a coaching staff.
The Magic making a switch here. Banchero's checked in. Butler's checked in for the Warriors. Kuminga comes in for Payton. And here's Kuminga for 3. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Curry. And the Warriors lead by 13. Stan, you've coached some great defensive anchors in your time. Who do you view as the best in the game today?
Well, Brian, you probably have to start with Rudy Gobert, but we've got guys like Brook Lopez, Jaren Jackson, Anthony Davis, and then we've got two young ones coming up that could be as good as we've seen in Wemby and Chet Holmgren.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
MP left side. 4 on the clock. That one drops for him. Curry's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, another day, another virtuoso performance from Curry. It never ends.
And so Jamal Mosley calls for the timeout, rallying his guys to make sure they all know the plan. And a new group getting ready for Orlando. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Jamal Mosley was saying to the team. And it was a frustrated huddle. Coaches and players were angry about the turnovers. Players trying to hold each other accountable. They're fed up with sloppy play. Let's see how they respond. Guys?
Thanks for that, Allie. Pass to Kuminga, and here's MP. He's checked by Carter. Outside Kuminga. Now here's MP. Kuminga with a screen on Carter. Back to Kuminga. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair. That one on Ben Carroll.
Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
Well, Grant, we've heard some out there say dynasties are dead. And these days, there are a lot of teams contending for titles.
Well, the NBA is happy to see all the competition. But, you know, this league has been defined over the decades by dynasties. We'll see if their epitaph has been written.
Well, Anthony is a creative scorer and knows how to get the defense off balance.
And Anthony drops them both. There's 1:40 left in the final quarter. Now MP. Pass to Pajimski. Outside Butler. To the middle. MP, the pass to Butler. 5 on the clock. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Well, Butler might be the toughest guy in this league, fighting down low.
Butler hits them both. Magic trail by 13. Here's Anthony. Oh, MP with a block.
And there's no way this margin gets closed down. Great execution of a game plan and a nice win here for the Warriors.
A pair of tremendous rebounding teams.
And these guys played a little harder tonight, and that was the edge they needed.
And give them credit for what'll be their 38th win of the year.
Only a 2-game series, and they win both. They have to be satisfied with this.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for Stephen Curry.
Well, offensively, they needed him to be aggressive, and he delivered. What a game.
MP outside. There's a screen by Kuminga. MP, the pass to Curry. Outside Kuminga. 6 to shoot. And here's Butler outside. And again, no good by Golden State. Anthony feeling it out a bit.
Golden State foul. Stephen Curry. First personal foul.
He's off on the first. And so it's the Warriors taking care of business in this one. It in.
That's what I'm talking about.
Way to bring home that W.
About game time, campaign time.
And a little glimpse, a little feel of basketball fever. These fans are feeling it in anticipation of... Let's quickly take a look at the standings out west. The season nearly complete. Take a look at the Warriors. If the playoffs started today, they'd hold the number 5 seed. Of course, they're looking to build on that. And, of course, the Nuggets, they're looking to turn it around down at the bottom of the conference now.
Well, I think for Denver, they have been one of the major surprises in the NBA this season. Unfortunately, for the wrong reasons.
Man, we keep waiting for them to turn it around. And waiting, and waiting. And at this point in time, I'm just going to say it's probably not going to happen.
Now let's take a look at Denver's opening lineup. In at the guard spots, it's Murray and Brown. Before in the 5, it's Gordon and Jokic. And it's Strawther in at the small forward position. And for the Warriors, in the backcourt, we'll see Curry and Podziemski. MP out there with Butler. And it's Payton in at small forward. And always trying to find new ways to help his team, MP has zeroed in on winning his personal matchup each game.
What more can be said about MP's effect on this team? He takes each individual matchup as a personal challenge, and he's been winning those head-to-head battles. So their opponents have to run extra guys at him, which makes life easier on his teammates. It all works together, and that's why this team is so tough to beat.
Well, Richard, we've had the Big Three era, then the Super Team era. But what era do you think we're in right now?
Well, you still need at least one superstar to win it all. The teams are focusing more on surrounding their stars with high-quality role players instead of going all in on Super Team.
Now Curry, following the three-point attempt by Jokic. Jokic with the steal. Count that one.
Just so physical inside. Even with contact, Jokic able to fight through.
Butler is screen on Jokic. Loads it up for Butler and slam dunk by Butler.
He may not have that traditional power forward build, but his bounce, well, that kind of levels the playing field.
Pass to Strawther. Gordon a screen, a 3-ball. MP grabs the miss. Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. And the call up against Jokic. That is his first foul of the game.
Team foul.
Curry looking it over. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Honestly, guys, Curry is the best three-point shooter I've ever seen.
Murray outside. And here's Jokic outside. No good. That's miss number 2. He's 1 for 3. Butler finds Podziemski. MP with it. Jokic with the steal. For 3, Murray. And it's MV with the rebound. Warriors leading by 3. What's great about Jokic, GA, is he can put up MVP numbers, and he's got a little personality to him, doesn't he?
He does. You can tell he just loves life. He loves everything he does, especially when he's on the floor, making his teammates better.
Here's Brown. Jimmy Butler making his last shot. Will it go? A nice shot by Brown.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You got to show some fire and keep defending.
Here's Podziemski. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Well, I talked with head coach Steve Kerr. He thinks they need to focus on speeding up Nikola Jokic rather than trying to slow him down. Coach said Jokic dominates the game at his own pace, so we need to put more pressure on him and not allow him to play so patiently. Of course, that's easier said than done. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David. Here's Jokic, following the basket by MP. Jokic passes to Brown. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Murray. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops.
Such a quick and crafty player. Murray gets room and scores.
Butler sets a screen for MP. Back to Curry. Ring shot on the way. And the Warriors tack on 2 more.
And we talk about the importance of versatility. He's really got it all on the offensive end.
Murray kicks to Gordon. To the left side wing. Pass to Strother. And Jokic throws it down hard.
Oh, you got to put a body on Jokic or he'll torch you on the offensive glass.
And that last look brought to you by the AT&T 5G Slam King. And so it looks like the Warriors will retain possession here.
Let's just say that was an ill-advised pass there. Very close to a turnover.
And the Warriors with some changes. Green, he's checked in for Butler. Jonathan Kuminga comes in for Peyton. Moody subbed in for Brandon Pajemski. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Denver. Curry finds Kuminga. Some nice passing by Golden State. Curry with it. He's picked up by Jordan. And again, it's the Warriors missing. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Warriors. And it's good to have you back with us as we celebrate St. Patrick's Day with more NBA action on 2K Sports. And from what we've seen so far from the Warriors, how would you grade them?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Credit the game plan coming in. They've identified some weaknesses, and they are exploiting them.
On the floor for Denver as we get going here in the second quarter. They've got Nikola Jokic. And it's Tyson in at the 2-guard spot. Green, the screen. The drive by MP. Goes up on the wing. Offensive rebound. Astonagi. Here's Pickett. Hits the 3-point bomb.
You can't lose a shooter like him on the court. The ball will find its way to him, and he will drill a 3 each time.
MP passes to Curry. MP sets the screen for Curry. Here's MP. Ball's knocked loose. Curry against Jokic. Pass to Pickett. Back to Jokic. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
If you get open, MP will find you.
And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. Here's Tyson. Pass to Chanchar. To the paint. Trying to find Jokic. Gets it to him. Here's Tyson. No good. That would have tied it. Green, the screen. MP dishes to Kuminga. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Where there's a lot of emphasis on three-point shooting, Greg. What's your opinion of that? So it's the Golden State Warriors feeling good about their 17-point lead heading into the break. Their defense has been active and effective. We've got more in store for you right after this.
Bunch of road games coming up. This could be a good challenge for them.
Yeah, it could bond these guys together, help team chemistry. Depends on what these guys are made of. And time to talk now about that first half. What a dominant display for the Warriors.
Seems like...
And that about wraps it up.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. And so Curry will bring it up for Golden State. They'll be playing host to Toronto for the next one. In the backcourt, we'll see Curry and Podziemski. Jimmy Butler is out there with MP. And it's Payton in at the 3 spot. So that's the group out there for Golden State. No problems knocking that one down. Curry's got 10 points.
Just another day at the office for Mr. Curry.
Murray outside. And they double up Gordon. From past the arc. MP grabs the miss. MP's got 7 rebounds in the game. Butler, a screen on Jokic. MP kicks to Curry. MP up top. Fires the 3. And there's Stephen Curry on the assist by MP. MP's got 5 assists tonight.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
If you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. Murray outside. Pass to Gordon. Murray outside. Clock at 4. Shoots over Curry. Murray, no good.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Beaten inside. MP finds Curry. Back to MP. Now Podziemski. His 3-pointers off the mark.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Back to Murray. Pass to Strother. Murray outside. Here's Strother. There's Gordon with the 3. They get the rebound. Jokic. Good defense by MP.
That's a big donut, folks, here. Start the second half. 4 straight they've missed.
And MP throws it down.
Fantastic slam by MP, proving how dangerous he can be inside.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Nuggets. Reese Jackson Davis is checked in for Golden State. And a switcher also for Denver. John Charles checked in. To stop the drought, and misses it off the right side of the rim.
They're losing because he is struggling so bad, and he has not looked comfortable all game.
Back to MP. Taken away. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Now, here's Jokic. He's defended by Podziemski. Now, here's Murray. Providing around 26.5 points a game, rarely has an off night. Here's Jokic. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Jokic has got his 3rd basket of the night right there. Warriors leading by 23. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, when you look at the draft, it seems talent evaluators have a type. Ron James says our league is always hungry for potential. That's the whole focus of the lottery. It makes sense that those guys who are taken 16 to 30 are on real contending teams and making impacts. Of course, Kevin, everybody wants to draft the next LeBron. Good luck with that.
Or work with the next David Aldridge, a Hall of Famer. David, thank you. Murray against Curry. Murray the pass to Brown. And he's good on the 3-ball. Brown's got 6 points.
And that's how you execute offensively. Murray with a great job of getting it to his teammate.
And the Warriors with some changes. Green, he's checked in for Trace Jackson-Davis. Jonathan Kuminga comes in for Jimmy Butler. And it's Moses Moody in for Brandon Pajemski. The Nuggets also changing it up. Jordan comes in for Jokic. And it's Zeke Naji in for Gordon. MP finds Curry. Good, and the assist goes to MP. MP's got his 7th assist here tonight. Denver's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Brown, the pass to Naji. Here's Brown. And the call on the shot sends him to the line. It's going to be on MP. The Nuggets shooting their first free throw.
Substitution on the court.
Winning time.
Back door, back door.
Here's Naji. Pass to Chanchar. Now, here's Jokic. Covered by MP. MP against Jokic. Brown, the pass to Jokic. Misses the baby hook.
Well, okay, well, I like his aggressiveness, but, like, the defense was waiting on him that time.
So out there for the Nuggets right now, they've got Nikola Jokic. It's Naji in at the 4-man position. Back to Pajemski. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. And it seems each season more things can be subject to video review. Are you a fan of that, Greg?
You know, I'm a fan of keeping the game moving. I'm not sure I'd get rid of review, but I sure would like the league to find a way to speed them up.
And the NBA helping establish academies and even leagues, Greg, on foreign soil. Do you expect more to come?
I do, Kevin. I think the league recognizes it has a big role to play in the expansion of the game globally. Investments being made with the long-term view in mind.
Here's Pajemski. MP deciding where to go with it. Curry passes to Payton. Golden State moving the ball around. MP with a screen on Murray. Clock at 6. Curry kicks to Payton. And there's the whistle. That's going to go on Christian Brown. That's foul number 2 for him. Pajemski finds MP. Curry outside. No good there. The Nuggets trail by 19. Pass to Strother. Now, here's Jokic from the arc. It's rebounded by Golden State. Butler's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And MP throws it down.
The way that Curry reads the floor, he could get double-digit assists on any night if he wanted to.
And Murray's got the ball here for the Denver Nuggets. Outside Gordon. 3rd minute of action now gone here in the 4th. It's Jokic top of the key. Another miss by Jokic.
That was a good look for him from mid-range, but just couldn't make the defense pay.
Loads it up for Butler, and it's Butler with the jam.
How about the vision from MP? In the pick and roll, that's very encouraging to see.
Denver's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. Outside Gordon. Down low, here's Jokic. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
He's just riding the wave of momentum right now, getting to his spots and keeping things simple on the offensive side.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Warriors.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will see.
So we see the Warriors taking the game here. It was a tale of two teams tonight. One.
I think that I'm starting to get some respect around the league.
MP, you are the straw that stirs the drink.
Good job, MP. That's gonna win you some new fans.